6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it up in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope everybody's having an amazing Tuesday evening. I love that it's 6 p.m. and still sunny as can be. Usually lately it's been dark about this time, so let's see who's it. TKO is the wiener again. I think that TKO has been the wiener like a few times lately. Like, oh my gosh, she really likes wieners. Can you blame her? Just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, Grace and Kathy, Liplock, One Love, John Paul, SL. Here's to the light. Yeah. Here's the light. So, I don't even know where to start. Maybe we can start on Ryan Finds Truth ridiculous post. Like, we're not going to really read it too much because it's just pointless, but nobody was he's trying to pretend like I'm just a hater or something. But he's really upset, I think, about some of the things I said last night. Especially about his shovel. Like, the guy is serious about his fucking shovel. It says for anyone who doesn't know what an entrenching tool is that you may see me using often in my videos, this is a useful read below. People who have may be uneducated on it but may not realize what it's used for. It's been a staple in the military for decades, an indispensable tool for hikers. Not only does it pierce the ground more easily and quickly because of the sharpened blade, the end bends 90 degrees to double as a hoe. You could see Jen in our last video using that feature to dredge solids out of a deep water-filled container. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a fuck. It's not about the fucking shovel, dude. He says he's not in drama, but always posts out. I know, and then he's like having a tantrum. I don't have any like thing like this on my freaking community posts about him. Sorry for multiple community posts today, but I keep getting contacted by viewers who are angry about some disrespectful content another creator has posted. If you're curious how we manage not to hit back when creators do this, like many other creators do, I will share our approach that you can also use to clean up your feed from hateful content. Hit back. You're hitting back right now when you're responding here on the community posts. Like, it's the same, Ryan. I don't know why I thought you were so intelligent, but like you are proving yourself such an idiot. You got to understand. I thought you would praise me about the way I would research and vet my resources and my sources and how I would find info. Dude, you are not a researcher. So for you to turn around and try to act like, I was trying to help you with knowledge that I had because I had been here for 2 years longer than you, and so had many of us others, and I was just trying to fill you in and help you out and trying to get you caught up with everything. And it's just obvious that, like, when you're going through the poop soup on Jody Sue's property, it's obvious you have no idea, like, what you have been gone. Like, you seem pretty protective of your wife. If you would have known that all that poop soup was up there and your wife is sitting there stirring through it and it splashes up on her, I never had phone calls with him. I have everything recorded, yes, through Messenger. Oh, don't worry though, Kathy. His shovel extends. The handle extends, so it's okay. Mm-hmm. So really, he knew he was going to get the response that he from me. He got the response from me he pretty much wanted. I understand. I gave it to him, but it was interesting because he just so happened he acted like Fred and Kathy. And the other people that were with them just somehow, knew Ryan was going to be up there that day and were like stalking him or something. Like, this guy is delusional. I still have sinus issues. He puts in sly digs. Oh, I know. He does not know what we know, right? Wise old lady. That's why Fred said today, he's like, he's not going to find her. He's like looking first of all, his intentions are not in the right area. I mean, really, is any of us going to actually find her? The chances are very, very small. And yes, I appreciate Ryan out there looking, but that's not what he's doing, guys. Why would you go up on 125 2.5 years later? Like, it just he doesn't make sense. Does he think that somebody's going to bring him right to? Like, oh yeah, sure, come up on my property and I'll take you right to where evidence is, 1,000 days already. I want to see his background, Kate. Like, I'm starting to question whether his credentials are even legitimate. I've been questioning that for a while. It didn't just start. It's been... Did he even have permission from... He wasn't on Donna Candace's, Amber. He was on 125. So he decided to go on there and say, oh, well, we've been here about 40 minutes. We've searched everything really well, us and our shovel here. We've dug through poop soup. We've lifted up mattresses. We looked in windows. He didn't even go everywhere. The place where the wooden barrels are, he didn't even go to. Which, it's fine. He already proved a bunch of other stuff. Look at the red barrels everywhere. That should already freaking set people's like radars going off. Like, wow, those red barrels sure look a lot like the for sale barrels sitting outside of Dawn and Candace's door that Summer was dancing around, which may not seem like a big deal, But it's weird how there's all these connections to 110 and 125, but yet they're like separating themselves, you know, like they both separate each other from the other. Like they act like they're making it seem like they hardly knew each other at all, you know, which I'm not saying they were BFF, but the fact that they just keep trying to separate themselves, it makes them look suspicious, especially when you know they're not being honest. And it's like, then it makes you think, like, why? I can't believe she isn't going to get a tetanus shot after being, I don't think she knew. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know how protective he is of his wife, and I don't think that he would have had his wife sitting there stirring poop soup right on freaking camera had he had the knowledge that we have. If he would have fucking listened, he just doesn't listen. He's too hard-headed. Yep, Crystal, you're right, in my opinion. Poor Jen. She seems like a nice lady. I mean, I don't know how much I don't know. I just don't understand. And then at the end of his video, he's talking about how wrongfully, you know, basically saying like Andy is like wrongfully accused, that he needs to clear people's names. That's the stuff that he was saying about Fred, like early on, that, oh, he was concerned that he was getting set up and he wanted to make sure his rights were protected. That's all the same shit he said to me and Fred. Dude, you don't have any type of pull. Like, I don't know why you try to like put yourself up there like you've got some kind of pull, and you know what I mean? I love that they go out for a search and they don't wear any high boots. They're not. I know. I was paying attention to that too, wise old lady. I really was. I was like paying attention to like what he was wearing and stuff. And I'm like, and the fact that I know that they were only up there for less than an hour. How do you freaking search a property and clear it in less than an hour? Like literally, the length of his video is about the amount of time he was up there. Yeah. Yeah, Mary Jenner. Now all of a sudden he wants to turn around and claim, you know, put out there absolute lies, saying that he tried to make people believe that he has some kind of evidence of Fred being guilty in some way, but yet doesn't want to interfere with the investigation, so he's not going to put it out there. He is so full of fucking shit, dude. And that's really messed up that he's going to do that and say those things when he knows it's not true. Yeah. Yeah, join EquiSearch. That's a good idea. Oh, and well, somebody told me on his Facebook that he hired somebody that he had put. I'd like to see this post if anybody has it anywhere that I could show everybody, where he is, I guess, talking about how he hired an investigator to let him know what the next biggest case is going to be. He wants to know which one's is going to be the next one to take off in the media, you know? It's like, dude, you're not here for the right reasons. Like, and I'm disgusted with myself. I ever freaking thought you were. But it sure as hell didn't take long for me to see who you are. I have a camp in the mountains of New Hampshire, and my husband and I hike. But no way would I think that makes me an expert searcher. And I'm not saying people have to be experts to be out searching and stuff. Like, I think I do appreciate people searching and stuff, but it's just like his intentions are just not. Let's see. What was it? Somebody sent me a video. Check out. We'll watch part of this. It's a year ago, but it will be a good reminder. Hold on. Here we go. So criminal. This is like from a year ago. So somebody sent me, it says Beach Creek Secrets, Part 3, Jody Sue. Perfect cover, and if you sling enough shit out. Why does like shit and Jody Sue go together so well?
If you sling enough shit out, that too is a good way to get by. That's some shit you've got to wade through. If you sling enough shit out, that too is a good way to get by.
She on a dirt bike with the next youngest, and diaper full on that one, hanging off, old as the hills. Don't listen to the shit that's being said about Candace and Donnie either, because
You sleep in shit, like literally.
I promise you 99.9% of that's bullshit. And his little sippy cup, it's full of liquor. Summer is loved, cared for. Neighborhood loves her, cares for her. Her parents and brothers love her. She cried. She had fetal alcohol sit in her ears like her siblings kind of did when they were younger. Parents are not involved.
Yeah. I don't know if this.
Candace would message me if one of the kids were hurt or for parenting advice, whatever, she would message me if one of the kids was sick. Any neighbor in there, if you asked them something, was gonna have your back. Midnight, noon, didn't matter. Last time I saw that little girl was 2 nights before she went missing, and that's exactly what I saw. That's exactly what I heard. She was naked as the day is long at that damn door at the top. That is exactly where I saw Summer last. And she was yelling, kind of being a brat. Nobody come get her a towel. And I always kept coming back to when did I tell them about Dobbs exactly? And I'm pretty sure after the cops left, after telling Dobbs to go the hell on, and he had left, Candace come down, all the kids were there, including Summer. At one point, the puppy fell into the creek over there. The kids had to go retrieve it. We were talking. I told her the situation. And I'm pretty sure that was, like I said, the night before on the 14th, right before dark. Like I said, the night before on the 14th, right before dark. Last time I saw that little girl was 2 nights before she went missing. All the kids were there, including Summer, the night before on the 14th.
I feel like I did hear him leave that morning.
You do feel
But
like
there was no real noise.
Because at 2 something I had taken a small nap, maybe 30, 45 minutes. I don't know what noise exactly woke me up. At some point after that, I heard a car door slam, and I think we go out at that point and look around, didn't see anything.
She never fucking heard any of these things, guys. You don't hear where she's at on 125 is so far from 110. Like, they're not hearing Dawn getting home and Dawn leaving. That's not happening, I promise you. Like, it doesn't make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Dawn doesn't even pass 125 to leave. Like, and 125 is like, it's pretty far down there, you know, even further when you think of where she would have been up on the property. Yeah, no, she didn't hear fucking anything. They were never told she had to urinate and defecate somewhere other than he and their infant son. Wow. Andy let... And I don't know what that is. That supposed to... I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything. 2.5 years later, Andy letting somebody up on 125, like, for 40 minutes. It's not even a big deal. It really isn't. It's not like they're going to find Summer up there on 125. I mean, I really doubt it. Just like I really doubt it. Yes, like how he said, oh, somebody could have planted. Every single thing, though, he want to sit there and keep acting like was planted. And it just was such a lie. Did Ryan look in those barrels of poo? Well, his wife was stirring the poop soup.
There was a flash of red going up the driveway that was wrong.
Flash of red.
You know, we heard the scream, but Candace couldn't, the other neighbors couldn't, but we could hear it clear as day. And the doors to the cabin were open, or the windows, so the doors open, the windows open. My kids are really like, well, that's the kids. And I'm like, it's not the kids. Now, I know all of their sounds, trust me. Oh boy, do I. I mean, I don't even like other people's fucking kids. Like, that's the thing. I don't want to hear that goddamn shit. I don't want to hear fucking kids screaming and crying and boo-hooing. I will lose my goddamn shit. I've heard every noise you can imagine out of those three. I hear them play every day. Oh. Cannot fucking handle it. So anyway, mine are different. I feel the instinct. Other people's, I just want to shake them to death. So, you know, I'm irradiated currently, and no more babies for me, but too many surgeries couldn't probably hold me anyway, and if something was wrong, I'd smother them with a fucking pillow. And it never really occurred to me, Summer. So, the day Summer went missing, my children and I heard her scream.
Oh my God, dude, she's such a fucking liar. Ryan seems convinced that AB was at work the whole day last. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, he is clearly just going off of what he's been told. That's it. Tracy took summer. I know that was weird to blame Fred on trashing Andy's property. That is absolutely ridiculous. And thankfully, like Be Real was like, how the hell is that even possible? All that trash just, must have magically appeared. He hasn't. The first time he's been up there in 9 months was just a couple days ago. The same day that Ryan was up there. Come on. Take responsibility for your own fucking bullshit, dude. Nobody's perfect. Don't sit here and try to, when people do that, like when they sit there and push off like everything and put it on other people, it's really suspicious. It makes you wonder why. Bet Ryan had to pay Andy. Well, I know some people, I know that that's what they've been trying to do lately with certain people. Let them, I guess. That's what it looked like, was a dump, honestly. Fred said that would look way better than it usually actually looked. He said it's trash like freaking waist high wherever you go. He said if you go behind that area where he said the wooden barrels were, he said there's fucking, it's like a landfill.
But not a whole lot. Do you hear Summer? Feels a little empty without hearing her little giggles today. And, and her playing at the top of her hill from my hill. I hear her every day. I mean, you'll hear her faintly, you'll hear whatever, but she stays a little closer to the house and things. And contrary to popular belief, I've never once seen Summer in the road. And usually see her at least once. And she was like, it's going, it's muffled. Was leaving the road, kind of. And I believe she also said she could hear a car too.
It was very loud.
Very loud.
Like, now to me, it's sort of a shape, and I can access part of the noise, but it's almost like if you took a cookie cutter or something, dipped it in sugar, and I know that probably doesn't make sense, but I can hear the outside edge of it, but my brain does not want it doesn't want to let me hear it.
What the hell? I don't know if I've ever heard that. What? I do remember people saying the shape comment and stuff like that. Like she was saying that she sees in shapes. That sounds, this is who we're, okay. Wow. This makes the monkey thing look way normal. She's tripping on acid. Hey, SW True Crime. I'm guessing that's what that sounds like. What color was the shape? Yeah, I'll rewind it a little bit because that is extra crazy. Like, I can't believe Dolly didn't start fucking cracking the hell up.
Very loud.
Like, now to me, it's sort of a shape, and I can access part of the noise, but it's almost like if you took a cookie cutter or something, dipped it in sugar, and I know that probably doesn't make sense, but I can hear the outside edge of it, but my brain does not want it doesn't want to let me hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not the
time. What? They really have monkeys in Tennessee, holler monkeys. I looked it up. It's Kathy Rivera. Oh, man.
I think that was unfounded.
See, I don't know why my children would have a reason to lie to me, and they told me basically kind of the same thing. They all told me, all three of them told me about the same thing or the same thing. So I don't see why they'd lie. But saying that too, a lot of the other stuff that had been said, I don't know. I ain't trying to get in trouble here on this.
What the hell?
Then at 5:30ish, I hear Candace hit the drive. Well, I'm assuming it's Candace, right? But I didn't see it. I only heard the Suburban or that other saying her mom drives. Hit the driveway, going up hard as hell. I started getting ready not too long after that because normal time for Voldemort to get off of work. But then Voldemort texts and says he's going to be running behind, that he's working over. I messaged Voldemort and told him I'm heading down early so I could mess around with the flowers, and I'll just, mess around with those till he gets there. Even though I knew at that point it'd be like almost half an hour.
Really? Does it really look like that place? I know it was a couple years after Summer's disappearance, but does that place really look like an area that you're going to decorate and plant flowers? Like, it really does not look like. No. Who are these people trying to kid?
Then, as I was going down the driveway, and Candace was yelling, the last message that I sent Andy before I lost Wi-Fi signal, when I could already hear Candace yelling for Summer. I thought it was at 6:08, but it's at 6:09. And then I was down the driveway within a minute or two of that. Before I'm all the way down, I know that there's been more than 3 calls. I get to the bottom of the driveway. I have my purse. Actually, I try calling it and screaming at Candace that I'm already looking to let her know that I'm at the bottom. She can't hear me. Then at 6:09, still no property search until I and the boys go left, and I go around with the other neighbor to the other side, and we're searching. Well, to me, for starters, I know we were looking at 6 o'clock. Anyway, when I had already started searching for her. So I'm wearing sandals, and I know the best thing I can do is get into the water. And as Candace screams at the oldest, but you can tell all 3 are standing there. And she screams, "What did you do? What did you do?" And the oldest answers, "Nothing, Mama, nothing, Mama, I swear."
So you saw that? You saw her say that to the boys and heard it?
I was at the bottom of the hill. I didn't see it, but I could hear.
Them yelling.
Placement, okay. I knew all 3 boys were right in front of her because of the footsteps.
Who cares about?
So I knew they had met back up at the same place. Wasn't too far in when I hear a car coming down Candace's driveway. But as I hear her getting closer, I come back out the creek and jump up. Anyway, when she pulls up,
She's so lying. Like, I wish you guys all could visit there and, just once and see how close. Like, I wish everybody, like, how long it would take to walk from the area where Jody Sue was staying on 125 to, if you walked all the way from there, down the driveway, down Ben Hill, up 110 into the 110 house, I'm telling you, it's probably going to take I don't want to exaggerate, but it's far, in that it's a long driveway, I haven't been up on 125, but I have 110, And I have seen the location of 125. You can't see any houses from the road at all, like up on 125. I bet it would take the very least just to walk from where she was staying up to Candace and Dawn's door, like at least 30 minutes. And that's like on the low end. Seriously, it's far. I've been at the bottom of the driveway, but I haven't been up there. But I pull up on Google Earth, and I could see up there 125's driveway. Like, I mean, you don't see any it's far. I mean, it took to walk up from Ben Hill Road just to walk up the driveway up to Don and Candace's. That is a freaking hike. Hey, Nurse Sandy. I thought him and Fro talked and were friends. Who was friends? Destiny? But see, I never heard anything, Kalina. I've been up there so many times. You don't hear that stuff. I mean, I know the kids aren't up there anymore, but you don't hear anything like anywhere when you go out on that road. Like, she acts like she just hears when people come and go, when, you know, Dawn's leaving with this person. She's acting like she knows exactly who the neighbor is, where they're at. She's not going to hear Dawn and Candace's, like, when they get home and stuff, or when they leave, when she's up at 125. That doesn't even fucking make sense. You can't even see 110 from where she's at. It doesn't even make sense. Nobody ran up that hill and ran down with a child in 2 minutes. No. Like, I know people think a neighbor, okay, and they think you're what you guys are used to. This, I mean, yeah, I don't believe that she freaking heard anything. And I don't see how anybody can believe it. Her talking about a cookie cutter dipped in sugar. She sees shapes, and that sounds like somebody who is tripping on acid. Like, seriously.
Up, she's on the phone with Donnie. But the first thing I say to Candace is, I heard her scream, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And Donnie says something like, so you're telling me somebody's taking my baby girl or something. But I never said, hey, somebody took Summer. I never said, anything to really imply. I mean, it's saying, her screaming, sorry, I didn't know. Doesn't imply somebody took her immediately, because I gotta tell you, some of my first thoughts weren't necessarily that. And knew within minutes she was no longer in there. I mean, it didn't take long to figure that out between. Either way.
Sometimes I feel like that, Marlena. Like, sometimes I feel like I don't feel like I have to sell things anymore, because, you know, I've told things so much, and many of you guys, if you don't see some of this stuff by now, like, you know what I mean? Like, especially ones I've seen around a long time and that stay ignorant. Like, what's the point in trying to convince them differently? If they're dead set on wanting to believe certain lies, like this whole scream and like all this bullshit stuff that she just makes up out of nowhere. Dawn has dreams and she sees sound. Yeah. She has been on the Wells property in the woods and hears the stuff the Wells talking about. Probably, Sharon. Now I could see her I could see something like that. I could see they'd be the type to probably spy on the Wells and see what they're doing up there. I could totally see her doing that. Like sneaking through the woods and, yeah. Oh, I'll try to rewind to the Dolly part real quick. Okay, we're at 10:32. I'll rewind to the Dolly part real quick, because that was definitely interesting. Let's see.
Then at 5:30ish, I hear Candace hit the drive. Well, I'm assuming it's
This is
Candace,
it.
right? But I
Oh,
didn't
wait,
see
here it
it.
is.
I only heard it was very loud.
Very
It was very
loud.
Like, now to me, it's sort of a shape, and I can access part of the noise, but it's almost like if you took I don't know, a cookie cutter or something, dipped it in sugar, and I know it probably doesn't make sense, but I can hear the outside edge of it, but my brain does not want it doesn't want to let me hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, best I recall, it's been a couple months ago.
Like, now to me, it's sort of a
Wait, hold on.
shape, and I can access. You could hear a car too. It was very loud.
Very
Very
loud.
Like, now to me, it's sort of a shape, and I can access part of the noise, but it's almost like if you took I don't know, a cookie cutter or something, dipped it in sugar, and I know it probably doesn't make sense, but I can hear the outside edge of it, but my brain does not want it doesn't want to let me hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, best I recall, it's been a couple months ago. I think that was unfounded.
See, I don't know why my children would have a reason to lie to me, and they told me
It's no longer in there.
GM, if I get done with this one, I'll definitely. We'll see how time wise. I mean, sometimes it takes me like an hour to go through 10 minutes, but we'll see. How does a cookie cutter dipped in sugar in the center of cargo? I don't freaking understand it. Like, shouldn't people be seeing that and being like, oh my God, what the hell is this lady talking about? Like, shouldn't that concern people? But no, like, sorry, I'm looking for my makeup brushes. I was going to put on some makeup, I guess, while I'm sitting here. David Greg Britt is 50. Is he? Is his middle name Greg? 50? Are you sure that's it? Well, that dude is that's definitely somebody we need to look into for sure, because that's seriously. So here we go. Let's keep listening.
I mean, it didn't take long to figure that out between. Either way, the point is, we heard her. But I look anyway. And at this point, I hear the cops coming. There's two, they come by. And then it wasn't long after that Voldemort comes in, and then Donnie not long behind him. So Voldemort stops by one point. I was like, Summer's missing. He's like, I know, I'm looking. I see the boys back there. And they stand up, and the oldest, I was like, look, when's the last time you seen your sister? Where did you see her last? And he, and I'm not going to say what he told me. It was the last place I saw Summer was on the swing set. But then he tells me it's been like, a few minutes. And I'm not going to give the exact time period either.
What the heck?
It's been 5 or 10 minutes. I think the
third
car's coming in, the police car. And it was an SUV, whatever it was. And I stopped him and was like, I heard a scream. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't do anything to Summer.
Oh my God.
He didn't hurt her. There were certain times when it looks like Candace was getting shit off of Andy when other little girls were over there and things. He wasn't some fucking massive dealer. He wasn't over there fucking doing anything.
Please.
And I know that he was selling to the actual children, over there. But then that Candace was getting it for the kids too.
And you've got to think of what that could do to a young one and sedate them. And for what purpose?
I know he didn't have shit to do with something. And I know that he is not some massive ass fucking dealer of anything.
So you go ask him why he was selling drugs to those children. And to Candace for the children. Go ask. And ask him what type other than weed.
But then looking back, it's like, and even there were things that made me suspicious, like when it was working.
Yeah, I just don't think that she heard. I still don't believe, like, even if she described it as like gravel or whatever, that crunchy noise, like, I still don't believe that she's gonna know exactly. I mean, I understand like people's vehicle, like there are some people's vehicles that you can recognize, right? There's this one vehicle that kind of freaked me and my daughter out a little bit. That, you know, I can hear it and I know it's that vehicle. Okay. Because of the sound but I don't believe her about all this stuff. I just don't. Who made this video? This is Criminal.
For each of us, all of a sudden there was a sex drive increase. There was this, there was that. When it was working for each of us, all of a sudden there was a sex drive increase. There was this, there was that. It keeps coming in with meth, including just a couple days before this shit started rolling.
Oh, really?
Likely criminal records for Jody Sue Brown. Maintaining dwelling for drug use. Tennessee Department of Corrections. Maintaining a dwelling for drug use, Jody Sue.
Running a drug house.
Drug house.
A perfect storm, right, Jody Sue?
Definitely had some of the stuff that's not been going on there. Been going on, like all the fucking property for sale and all the state shit and all the fucking work crews in there from all over the goddamn country been in there. This would have never happened. Somebody took the opportunity with all the traffic coming in and out.
Oh, yeah.
My guess now. I'm not saying that's fact. I'm just saying my guess would be that somebody has taken the opportunity, if that's what's happened. And that those things, had they not been happening, she might be where she's supposed to be right
With
now.
all this cookie talk.
This is what you get when you start opening these fucking areas up. And you have people running all across them. Like I said, currently
How close
there's
is
storm working, and that's
how close is your house to the road, though? Jam is like, people don't understand these people. It's not like a normal. They're very far from the road. I really don't believe her about all the things she claims. She might have heard some things sometimes, but no, she just claims she heard this and heard that. And it's like, you don't hear noises like that out there. I mean, I know she lived there for years and stuff, and it's obviously gonna hear things like occasionally being out there and stuff, but it's just not like what she's saying. I mean, I know I didn't live there and stuff, but hey, say what? The nosy neighbor, yes.
for sure has happened. And out of towners thinking they're gonna move the fuck in there. Most of the goddamn second light haulers for sale. So I don't know, y'all. I can see somebody dying over some shit like that. I just want to let everybody know, because I'm just at the point where I'm gonna start shit and I'll burn the goddamn creek down. If you're from out of state and you happen to be watching this, tell your friends to stay the fuck home. Go somewhere else. And if her and Sarah had simply taken our fucking cash offer, I don't want fucking neighbors. I hope her greed eats her and everybody else. Had she taken my offer, so good fucking luck to them. I don't fuck else to tell them, and I hope they ain't got children that wanted a yard. Because
what money how do you have money?
One of the little bastards to stick a toe in mine. That's how I'm gonna play it. I'm not fucking around.
But it was just really like the perfect storm, or somebody used.
Oh yeah, she was saying the perfect storm from day one.
The perfect cover for her. They're not necessarily street smart either, but they're good at cons and bullshit.
Yeah, getting by.
Like that, yeah, but she ain't real good at that because she can't keep her shit straight. But that in itself is an art form, because if you sling enough shit out, guess what? That too is a good way to get by with something.
That's right.
Because it mixes up so much shit you've got to wade through.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Well, you know all about that, don't you, Jason?
You know. But I've known the entire time I've listened to these people, it's literally Dawn and Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Different stories about the same exact thing. Community members, same thing. Always like that. Always.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now I have another video that somebody wants me to check out. So let's see. Yeah, I don't. She's full of it. Let's see here. Top 10 most disturbing things we've seen from Candace. We'll see what this is, though. Oh, it's criminal, too.
The murder of missing Summer Wells has made some questionable and, in my opinion, quite disturbing appearances online. Let's have a look at 10 of those. Number 1. Seemingly not engaging in the search.
FBI, LE, FBI, everybody's already searched that property so much and twisted it, turned it over, and made a big old mess and all kinds of bullshit. I just don't want to go like after it already said it's done. So I don't even know.
Anonymous True Crime said, why not search then?
I've been searching the first fucking day, man.
I know that.
First day, the second day. I've been looking and searching everywhere.
Number 2. Claiming she knows something that she can't say.
There's a whole bunch of stuff I can say. But now there's a whole bunch of stuff I can't say because it will jeopardize my life.
Will it jeopardize her life? Okay.
The Dr. Phil Show.
It will jeopardize her life. Really? But it's for your child.
I can't do this.
I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Number 4. Being suspicious of her husband.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Talk to Don. Does he show that sort of passion about his missing daughter? Does he care that much, or is it just about a lot of gold?
Kinda. A little bit. Not much.
Did Don have any deals that you was unaware of that may have included your daughter, maybe?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't answer that.
I can't answer that.
Okay. Is he hurt because of Summer, or is he hurt because...
That's a weird way to answer it. You know, when he asks us that, you know, I have to give Ernie props on some of the questions and stuff that he did really well, like trying to get information out of Candace. Really, he did. I have to give him props with that. But he just asked Candace about if Dawn had involved Summer in any type of exchanges or anything. And Candace is going to say she doesn't know, she can't answer that or something like that. Let me see. I don't know. I can't answer that. Did Dawn have any deals that you want? Hold on.
Okay.
Music's loud. So.
Any deals that you Maybe.
No, I don't know. I can't answer that.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I can't answer that.
Okay. Is he hurt because of Summer, or is he hurt because he's in jail? What do you think?
I can't really tell, honestly.
Are you 150% convinced that Don had absolutely nothing to do with
Man, I'm not 150% of chance of anything doing with this. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Do you have any suspicion ever?
I have a lot of suspicion. I have a problem with Allie, Jose, Jody Sue, Andy, Donnie. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people.
Number 5. She had to put Summer on the side.
And I don't like saying this, and I don't want to say this at all, but I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys because they're still here. It's the living,
thank you, Luminous.
still in foster care, and I don't want to do that.
Number 6. Pranking Mary.
Mm.
Hello? Hey, Mary. Hey. What's going on, Candace? They just took Donnie away. Who did? The boy. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, honey. I feel so bad for you. Well, did Donnie ever come into some money that you knew about or anything? About $80,000. I don't know. That's not your fault, Candace, okay? Do you think he had something to do with Summer's disappearance? In my heart, I don't. Wow. Okay. It's top secret again. I want to know where my babies are. I know, Candace, right? Don't worry about your boys because your boys are safe. And try not to worry about Summer because she's out there. I believe she's still out there, okay? I don't know. I wish I knew. Candace, I wish I knew where she was. But I believe that she's still out there and she's going to find her way home. I really do.
Number 7. The time she didn't quite look all right.
Subjects on so many different topics like kindness, caring.
Oh, you guys remember this? Oh, yeah.
Support, etc.
That was crazy shit.
This must all the hate.
Number 8. I'm effing awesome.
Maybe trying to scare you guys to stay quiet. I just want to, you don't have to answer anything, just say either no, sure, we're okay, or
fuck it off. Fuck it off. They've been trying to split us up, actually.
that's fucked up. Oh, because they think that if they do that, then one of you will turn on each other.
Bye.
Number 9. Appearing to be more interested in having a good time than talking about Summer.
Well,
Number 10. Her social media posts.
You told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
We don't know yet if Candace had anything to do with her daughter's disappearance, but in my opinion, I think she knows what happened.
Yeah. Definitely knows what happened, for sure. Yeah, the grieving mom, right? Did you know how sweet and kind Mary was to Candace? Even after Dawn done her to her, she's still showing compassion towards. Yep. I'm reading what you guys are. Hey, Carla. Was that you that emailed me? Wait. See, no, that's not. I don't think it was you. There's another Carla that has emailed me. And I get you guys confused. You think they know who has Summer? Well, I wonder what percentage. I don't even want to ask though. Like how many people think that she's still alive? I don't know. Kind of worries. I kind of feel like most people would think that she's not. Look how the dogs tore up the lining of that. I mean, not that it matters. Those are probably 50-year-old curtains that's been with this house for since the end of time. Tiffers defends that and the dogs. And dogs, Brandy, it makes sense. Thank you, Nurse Sandy. You hear them cards? Yeah, they're right here. That's what I do. It's kind of like my fidget. What does Fred think happened? It changes kind of like it does with us. I think he feels the same way many of us here do. It's changed. One point he thought maybe that something happened at the swimming hole, where she may have drowned or something happened there that had to be covered up. Then and it's hard to really discount the possibility. I think he really feels like trafficking could be involved. I mean, because it's really hard not to think that, considering the things that we have things he has told me, and just things over the years that that whole Lady of the Night and this Knoxville connection. And speaking of Arkansas, seeing that Arkansas shirt on Candace makes me think of that David Britt guy, who I guess his nickname is Arkansas, from what I hear. David Britt, his nickname is Arkansas, and he is. Some people. I heard that he was a offender, an SO, but from some people say it's his brother that is. But the guy, either way, he needs to be I haven't had a chance to really look into him, but rumor has it that he used to go to Knoxville with Dawn as well. And used to run coke with Dawn. Hey, Heather Mack. The way Candace and Dawn are upset leads me to believe Summer's alive. Yeah. how could he sit there and talk about his daughter being fish food? Do you know what I mean? Hey, Chloe. What was Logan's last name? Linkus, Linkous. Yeah, there is something weird about the blue eyes, blonde hair. Did they deliberately keep trying for a girl? I feel we don't even want to get started on that because I'm going to end up, people really get sensitive during wondering if she had previous if given birth to previous children that she gave up, or there's rumors with that. And she even admits in one video that she gave up before she got with Dawn, that she gave up a girl for adoption. But, you know, there's these people who have claimed to see Candace pregnant when she shouldn't have been pregnant, considering the ages of her children and everything. And it just, I don't know, guys. It's very questionable with that. Makes me wonder. It makes me want to see the birth certificate. I know it's not my business, and I know they're minors. I know it, okay? And I know I'm not going to be able to see this information, but it makes me want to see the birth certificates of the kids to see if they were actually born in hospitals. You know what I mean? Because something in me is telling me that they tried to do some things off the record, if you know what I mean. Just something in me telling me that. I'm trying to fix my computer here. My camera and everything's all... Yeah, Bandit right here. Hiding here. Sweet. Sweet Angel Bandit. Marlena was supposedly trying to steal Summer's birth certificate, or there was something about Marlena Crawford and birth certificates, like that she got in trouble for or something, or it could be rumors, but it is weird how there's rumors surrounding that too. And that Crystal Spencer too, you guys got to remember Crystal Spencer. So when talking about David Britt, Crystal Spencer has a baby with David Britt. They have a child together. Remember Crystal Spencer? She's the one that Candace caught her and Dawn messing around on the couch or whatever. Because Mary and them didn't know Candace and Dawn had a girl. Yep. Hey, Betty. I went to sleep thinking who that was. What do you mean, One Love? Yeah, David Britt. He is Crystal Spencer's baby daddy. And he supposedly used to run drugs with Dawn, particularly cocaine. And also used to make trips to Knoxville with Dawn. So, and supposedly he's an SO. I haven't found proof of that yet. So, but I haven't had a chance to really look. But some people say it's his brother. So we want to. But when you look this guy up on Facebook, he's it's just strange. His profile picture is like child's handwriting in crowns. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. It's weird, but Why did he want to go to Utah? Did he know Summer had to go at age 5? You didn't find... It was took by DCS. That was took by DCS. Oh, Fred thinks that the baby was taken by DCS, the one that she said she gave up for adoption. I think that's what he's messaging about. That is possible that that child was actually taken, but she tried to say she gave it up. I don't know. I'll have to look into it, Gina. Did you find any other Brits under that name? Like, well, not under that name. I don't mean it like that. Did you find any other Brits? Like, he has a couple brothers. I'll have to look. Not that, you know, it doesn't mean it's him. Just because if his brother is one, that doesn't, I'm not trying to put that on him, you know. Hey, Wendy. It's just interesting to see the type of people Dawn and Candace had around, you know. Maybe there was just a lot of sex offenders and questionable people. And I understand the drug scene and how that is. Like, oh, look, I've been live for an hour and 11 minutes. What do I tell you guys? 111, always. You heard the baby was born addicted? Right, Selena? It's why she gave... Yeah, probably. That's what Fred is saying. It was either give up the baby or, you know, get some kind of charges. So I think she gave up the baby. Probably. Candace gave the baby up because no place to live. She was homeless. Did you check the lady who went to jail for birth? No, I didn't. What was her name again? See, it's so much information. That's why they know this stuff is going to keep us confused. You know? David lost custody of him after Summer went missing. Oh, that's what Fred's talking about. Sorry. So the child that Crystal Spencer and David had, I guess got taken away by DCS after Summer went missing. Yep. Michelle Vokey. Let me just itch my back with my freaking thingamajig here. It's a back scratcher. Just kidding. Dowsing rods. I think drugs took a toll on the Wells family. If you see pictures of Summer Candace before 2020, yeah, they look much more put together. The criminal stuff on... Oh, let me look. Luminous. Well, see, yours says David W. Britt. Some people are saying his middle name is not W. See, I have to make sure... Let me see what this is. Shows him 60. Yeah, that's him. That's him. You have the right one on Beach Creek Road. That's correct. Absolutely correct. Let me see what you have here. Associates. Crystal Spencer as an associate. Imagine that. Jeep Cherokee. 24 records of him. One in North Carolina. It doesn't say. We'll have to look these up. So North Carolina is one state. We need North Carolina is to really check. To the person who was saying they checked Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, or whatever they were, check North Carolina on him. North Carolina. All these things, it says not specified. He has a lot of charges out there that it's not saying. Something in Florida, but that's just misdemeanor. Florida. Paraphernalia. Okay. Some of these are really old though. But I think that's the charge I think is really old too. Felony 3rd degree. Felony 2nd degree. Doesn't say what it is though. Felony 2nd degree. And okay, that has to do with cocaine, okay. Some of these don't say. Heroin, marijuana. He has quite the history with cocaine. Wow, big time history with cocaine. He has quite the record. Still looking for something though, as far as some of these don't, a lot of these don't say what they are, and I don't know. There's lots of felonies and stuff, but and out of Florida and North Carolina are the main ones. And this is definitely him. More cocaine. You have to make sure it's not the same charge too, because sometimes they get repeated. But let me see. So that's one of them. Let's see. Okay, that's the same. Huh, yeah. Let's look at North Carolina. Hold on, let me see real quick. I could do that. See if I find anything on the guy. Right, as far as the registry, but let's see. I'm not seeing in Richard. I think the charges are from a very long time ago. Crime Stories Obsessed says new info coming tonight about Summer. Possible new info coming tonight. She says, oh, wait, you guys can't even see it. Well, I'll be waiting, Emma. We'll be on the lookout. I'm sorry, Carla, that it's hard to see. Like, I know, or read the. Hey, Katie. Every time I hear North Carolina, I wonder who the people was at the first birthday party for Summer after she went missing that law enforcement wouldn't let Dawn go to. From what I have heard, Candace has some like family in North Carolina or something. That's, I think, where the burn barrel was going with that connection. Her extended family and those people connected to her adopted father who recently passed. Like his children, Candace has a brother actually with the same name as her adopted dad that I guess is a real bad drug dealer or something. Like bad, like a big time, like. So if I remember right, he has the same name as Candace's dad, but I don't think he's really Candace's dad. I think he adopted her when she was little. I don't know. It doesn't say what time. She just said possible new info on Summer Wells tonight. So that would be awesome. Don't say you just got her back and went. Betty Smith, that conversation that people have played, and trust and believe, I don't defend Dawn ever. But if I know something not to be true, I'm going to tell the truth, When that whole thing about getting Summer back, that people play that clip, he was talking to me in that call, and we had just been talking about how my daughter has lived with my mother for some years, and and the way he said it was like him saying, to me, like, imagine your daughter going missing, the one you just got back or whatever. He's talking about my daughter. I believe in that instance, but there's so many more freaking odd things the guy has said. He might as well said it. Like, you know what I mean? He might as well have been talking about his own daughter, and I see why people would think that, because he talks about his daughter being fish food and it's some type of motel being traded for crack. You know what, Emma's video? You better tell me. Hey, Jude. I still have a little bit of sniffles. It's crazy, but definitely feel better. I could probably find out if I messaged Emma. Oh, thank you, One Love. But I'm gonna don't think it's the person. I could message her, and I'm sure she'd tell me because she knows I won't say anything. But I hate to do that to you guys too. And I don't expect it. I don't expect Justin to say it on here either because that puts him in an awkward position. Candace has supposedly relatives here in Gatlinburg. Oh. Oh. That would be crazy. I know you can't, Justin. It's okay. She'll come out and she'll talk about it. It's fine. Yeah, England is 6 hours ahead. You're finding messages of Steven. What's going on with him? I haven't been able to look into him lately. Oh gosh. What do you think happened to Steven? Can somebody tell me what, like, she dropped a video? Okay, let's see. Who did? Not Crime Stories Obsessed. Oh, thank you so much, the person who just sent the Cash App, the $5 Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, really? You think the mom lost her cool? Refresh? I did refresh. Oh, okay, right here. Here we go. I think she's okay with I'm only showing this because I think that Emma is okay with it. I mean, I guess I'll message her, but I'm pretty sure she's okay. She might be listening already, so she'll message me back here in a second just to get. I know she'll be okay with it, but just since she just now released it, I feel bad. Crime Stories Obsessed. David, he is the man that are kin to the people that had children and they didn't even know how old they were, and all of them were born in a bus and they couldn't even talk, all the children. Oh, wow. young man missing from Nashville. I should go over to the channel to... Yeah, guys, go watch it over there if you want to watch it and come back. Like, I'd rather her get the view. I feel bad to put out something like seconds after she... But I'm just waiting to hear back here. Kind of wonder if she's listening since she posted that like so soon. Summer had to stay with Billy. Maybe that's when he just got her back. With Billy? Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. When he was like, had sat there and claimed to like hold Summer's hand while Don went inside to get his money. That's kind of a creepy thing to say. Or definitely a creepy thing to do. But if he didn't do that, that's really disturbing for him to even... I don't know. I want to at least give... Let me see here. Let me give her at least like one more minute. They can talk or anything. And David Dashand is kin to them. People and the people they leave in a bus, and they don't even know how old they were. All children. David Britt versus Crystal Spinnet court case for child support in 2017. Yep. Well, shit. I really like Emma. I don't want to... I know she won't care. David Dawson's whose cousin? Carolyn? Wow. David Dawson's cousins to the Brits? Not that that would mean anything. Everybody's related out there. So I try to get away from the whole relation thing because I've learned, especially like how much I dug into everybody out there, and I just noticed everybody was related, and that just didn't mean anything. Yeah, what time are you going live, Justin? Let me see, because he should be going live probably any second, because I told him I wasn't going to be on. I'll probably only be on for a few more minutes, but let me see if he's set up his live yet. Don't see a live set up for him yet. He said for 8. Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect. The case, Maddie, is so hard to... I need to... I don't know much about that one either, except the fact that the boyfriend... Yeah. the boyfriend. What is the mom involved in that? Well, I'm going to go ahead and start playing part of this. I won't play the whole thing, but let's listen in part of it. And this is Crime Stories Obsessed. She just... So she's got Ryan's channel. Oh, my God.
If you want to travel...
Oh, I see.
So I'm going to be talking about the Summer Wells case. There's not a lot of new information with the Summer Wells case. I'm going to bring to you today something that I found last night whilst half asleep, laid in bed, and it just struck me. And then I thought, oh, wow. And so I want your opinion on that. You may have heard years ago that the photo was going around of Summer on the back seat, propped up against the milk, and they were in the car. Candace was driving. There was someone who she's still not told us who it is. Well, they just keep saying grandma. I think it was grandma, but no, I don't think any of us believe that.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch.
But she had someone in the front of the car with her. Now, bearing in mind, if this tow is from that day, Summer didn't look to me very well. And Candace said something about, has she still got her arm up?
Thank you, HTC.
And this person said, no. But it's the way she said it. And that voice I have compared to Robin Lane. I've compared it to Grandis. I've compared it to anyone and everyone that apparently knew the Wells before Summer went missing. As you may have done, I don't know. So last night I'm laid in bed and I'm half asleep, and Ryan Finds Truth comes on, and he is apparently on the land, on Andy Bernard's land. They are searching Andy Bernard's land. They are going over it. I'd like to say with a fine-tooth comb, but I wasn't paying that much attention because I was half asleep. And I was just laid there, and I was mainly listening. I wasn't really watching. And all of a sudden, this voice appeared. And I just thought, wow, that is exactly the same voice from the car that day when Summer was in the back, and somebody apparently said no. Now, we have to bear in mind that everyone in this area, a lot of them, should we say, have grown up there. So they've all got a similar accent, and it could be anybody. I'm not saying I know who it is, but to me, I think I found who I think it is. And I think that person is this lady here.
Right over there is a mound. I don't know if you saw it. And it's right over here.
An old pool, right?
Yeah. And then there's a road.
Now, she talks many times during this live. And what made it stand out to me was that I was not even watching. I didn't even know who these people were. I just knew they were searching. And when I heard the voice, I was like, oh, that's that voice. That's that voice again. And so then it picked my ears up. So I started listening. And the more I listened to this voice, the more I was determined that this was the person. She did say quite a lot. So you might want to go over and check that out, even if you're going over just to, you know, because you follow some case, or whether you're going over there just because I've said this and you want to go and see. I couldn't quite work out who this woman was, but apparently she's called Rockin' Robin, the real Rockin' Robin. Now, I don't know if that's a nickname. I don't know if she's got a YouTube channel. I have no idea. And I think that it's Andy Bernard's girlfriend. Now, we've got to remember that Jodie Sue and Andy Bernard split up apparently after Summer went missing. And I think, from what I remember, and you can put me wrong in the comment section, that Andy met his girlfriend, or I think she's might now be his wife, in around 2021, about September. So after Summer had gone missing. I don't believe that. I'm welcome to have my opinions. I think that that was the person in the car that day. I don't know how they met. I don't know if this is the person, but to me, it sounds very like her. So what I want you to do is I want you to listen to this person's voice and tell me if you think this sounds like the lady in the video. Now, remember as well, she's only saying one word, right? Which makes it even difficult because you've got one word to compare it to. But I'm pretty good at detecting voices and knowing who they are. Now, you take a listen. Let me know in the comments section what you think, and I'll get back to you again with another video soon. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.
She still got her arm up?
No, no, no. Over there is a mound. I don't know if you saw it. And it's right over here. Remember some?
That's an old pool, right?
Yeah.
Didn't though? I thought I saw that lady on camera in Ryan's video yesterday. And so the only thing that is interesting. I'd have to listen more. I always thought that was Grandis filming, but I don't know. As more time goes on, it kind of makes you wonder if that video was actually from the day. But I'm pretty sure on Ryan's video, that lady was shown. And that wasn't Andy Bernard's girlfriend at all, or wife. The one that I saw, Robin and her husband. Right. But in Emma's defense, she's not the only one that was saying that, asking if that was Andy's wife. Cool. Emma responded and said I could. Even after the fact, but I know Rockin' Robin's husband was with her on 125. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean just because it's not Andy's girlfriend doesn't mean really anything, or wife, or whatever she is. Yes, I do remember somebody saying something about Marlena. I don't know if the fact that it's Andy, not Andy's girlfriend, I don't know if it completely discredits it. But I'm pretty sure that Andy's wife wasn't there, or girlfriend. Rockin' Robin gifted memberships on Trev Time today. I've seen her around. I don't know who she is. She could have Ashley went up on the road and picked her up and summed her up when Fred said he saw him. Marlena supposedly said she took the milk jug video. Oh, really? Just see what people, it's out there now, Crime Stories. Let's see what people, at least give it up for a night and see what people, I know Rockin' Robin's not Becca. I'm pretty sure about that. But it's crazy because when listening to that back the milk jug video just now, it doesn't sound like Grandis, but before when I've listened, I've always thought it was Grandis, so that's why I heard too that Marlena took the video and gave it to Candace. She's the daughter of a small creator. Well, see, some people are better at, like she said, she's good at with sounds and stuff. That's not one of my, like, what I feel like I'm good at, really, so I don't know. But it's definitely something that something to look into. That would be crazy. See, I've never really questioned who that was, though, that took the video. So maybe that's probably why it's hard for me to even go there, because I've always just thought it was Grandis, and only recently have I kind of even questioned if that video was even from that day. You know? During a news conference, not sure which one, it said Summer's last photo was at swim hole. It did say something like that. I believe that video is exactly what Candace said it was. She wanted a video of Summer's arm up because she looked cute. Fred just messaged me and told me that Marlena was there the morning of the 15th. Fred swears that. He's told me that before. He said for sure she was there. He just said for sure. He said Marlena was there the morning of the 15th. June 15th, the night or the day Summer supposedly went missing. Would be, I mean, if we could get Marlena Crawford to admit that, would be crazy. That would be crazy if Marlena took that video. Do you have Marlena's voice? No, I don't. How does Fred know this? Because when he recorded, because of him recording, there's a Chevy symbol on the steering wheel, Fred said, from that video. Let's see. Fred, since you're responding, what was it? How do you know that Marlena was there the morning of the 15th? Wasn't it because, let me see what he says. I'm pretty sure. See, okay. Where's that video at?
And all of a sudden, this voice appeared. And I just thought, wow, that is exactly the same voice from the car that day when Summer was in the back. And somebody apparently said no. Now, we have to bear in mind that everyone in this area, a lot of them, should we say, have grown up there. So they've all got a similar accent, and it could be anybody. I'm not saying I know who it is, but to me, I think I found who I think it is. And I think that person is this lady here.
Right over there is a mound. I don't know if you saw it. And it's right over here.
An old pool, right?
Yeah. And then there's just the blood.
Now, she talks many times during this live. And what made it stand out to me was that I was not even watching. I didn't even know who these people were. I just knew they were searching. And when I heard the voice, I was like, oh, that's that voice.
Yeah. So, yeah, was Marlena there? Did you get Marlena recorded, Fred? Was she down there at the bottom on the 15th? Did she come by 110, like after Summer went missing and hung out down there? Because he said Marlena was there the morning of the 15th for sure, and that there's a Chevy symbol on the steering wheel that they was driving with Summer with the milk jugs. So the milk jug video, he's just pointing out that there's a Chevy symbol on the steering wheel. And he said that Marlena talked about it. But when was it that you heard Marlena saying that? Like, did you have her on recording, or was it like, when was this? Where did you see Marlena? You saw Marlena being interviewed by early? Really? The only person I think that Marlena Crawford has talked to is Lips. I think she's the only one. I knew that. Let's see. Oh, God. I don't want to play with Tiffany Marie.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce.
One photo, or accidental video according to Candace Bly, is the one taken on their way home on the 15th June 2021. This video was allegedly taken by Grandis, but we cannot be 100% sure at this point, since we can't see the person's face. We clearly see Candace driving though. Here are some observations I made, let me know if you agree or not. Firstly, during the interview with Chris McDonough from the interview room, Candace was asked about the video of Summer sleeping on the milk jugs. Candace showed us how Summer was sleeping with both arms behind her head, just like how Dawn sleeps, so she was trying to get a video of that. But why would Candace ask how is Summer sleeping? Why would she ask how? Doesn't seem logical to ask how someone is sleeping. However, in the video, Candace said does she have her arm up? I just hear arm, and not arms. Is it even possible for the hoodie to be in that position, as well as how she is sleeping for both her arms to be up? I don't believe so. I find it pretty hard to believe.
Whatever mom likes, pretty much we talked about. And I was like, what's Summer doing? She's like, oh, she fell asleep. I was like, oh, how's she sleeping? And when I look back, because I'm driving, and I look back like this, she had her arms up like this, like her daddy sleeps all the time.
Okay.
So I wanted to catch that moment.
Okay.
It's just things I do.
Right.
And I was like, here, Mom, hurry up, take that picture. And then she accidentally hit the video record.
Okay.
Instead of the picture part.
Okay.
But like, did you catch it? She like, no, I accidentally hit the video part.
That's what you get for handing grandma the camera.
Yeah.
Hoping to hear that voice. I guess we're going to have to listen to this. Let's see here.
No. Oh, that's what I was trying to get. She still got her arm up? No. Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. She still got her arm up? No. Oh, that's.
Gosh, now listening to that does not sound like Grandis. Justin says he has to push back his live a little bit just so people know. Does Candace's mom drive a Chevy? Yeah, I think like a Silverado. So Fred responded and said he saw Marlena 3 weeks after Summer went missing, and she said out of her own mouth that she had been on the hill on the 15th. That's what Fred said. So a Chevy Silverado. So that should be, let's see. I don't know if Lips even has any videos of Marlena Crawford still. Here we go.
He was talking to him and May like sexual. I know that for a fact because it's on our phone. His name was Daniel. He lives on the left-hand side. He's got a sister. They're Chambers is who they are. Daniel Chambers. She was talking to him and May like sexual. I know that for a fact because it's on our phone.
Okay, that's Marlena's voice. Fred said it sounded like Marlena. It does kind of actually.
She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh, that's what I was trying to catch. But...
No.
Oh. She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh. She still got her arm up?
No.
Oh.
Gosh, it's so hard to tell with one word, you know.
Did you ever see her around Hunter?
Hunter? Yeah, Hunter was around all the time.
What went on with that?
She bought him beer and stuff and liquor and smoked pot with him and all that. Now, sexual, I never seen anything sexual, but she bought him drugs and done everything. Money, gave him money, everything.
What about Allie? Does she like? Why was she always letting her kid hang out there? Her kids.
I guess because they were friends, and you know she's a drug head just as much as Candace and all them too. At this time, she was talking to a boy Candace was talking to a boy that was younger than me, and I'm 35, and he went like 21. Not
You
even
know who
21.
that was?
Josie, not Josie, they were the boys that live right there on the corner going into the road. They're, what are their names?
Right on the corner of Ben Hill and Beach Creek.
You know, right there, if you're going into her house, that house that sits on the corner as you're going in, it's on the left-hand side. Daniel. His name's Daniel.
Hey, Stephanie.
If you're going into their driveway or going onto the road?
Going onto their road. His name was Daniel. He lives on the left-hand side. He's got a sister. They're Chambers is who they are. Daniel Chambers. She was talking to him and May like sexual. I know that for a fact because it's on our phone.
Did you ever see her around Hunter?
Hunter? Yeah, Hunter was around all the time.
What went on with that?
She bought him beer and stuff and liquor and smoked pot with him and all that.
Well, if you listen to the video with Grandma Kenny from when Rose had been missing 10 years, it does sound like her. Yeah, I remember thinking it did sound like her, but now I'm listening to it, I'm like, you know what I mean? So hopefully, Jay Irene, that the experts know whose voice that is. I would hope.
Well, I was she was talking to a boy that was Candace was talking to a boy that was younger than me, and I'm 35, and he went like 21. Not even 21 yet. Josie, not Josie,
I would hope. They were at least twice their normal toothpicks. You think so? So what are you saying because of that? Like, you think that my stomach's growling. Daniel is the reason Don took Jose to Utah, says Jose Ramon. Daniel Chambers drove a red Dodge Ram pickup truck. Hey, Butterfly Kisses. Check Rose Meyer's voice. Gosh, where would I hear that? See, that's why they can. Is there a Don Chambers? Yes. Green Eyes, there is. Oh, Fred's not in here. I think people just say hi because they know he's listening. I don't think he's wrote in here unless I missed it. But did anyone ever find the tree guy, Randy, who saw Summer? The trimmers you interviewed said he was lying down in the truck. She was lying down in the truck. Maybe she was already not feeling well. Yep. No, we've never talked to that Randy guy. And actually, one of the guys that I interviewed ended up is, of course, deceased. It's crazy. And you know what? I think yeah. Well, never mind. I was going to say his last name. One of them, Robin Lane's maiden name, I just noticed is Sanders. I just noticed that the other day. One of the tree trimmers guys' last names was Sanders, but I mean, I don't think it really would mean anything, but I just thought it was weird. Rose Meyer. Rose Meyer is she kind of look to me. It's crazy because her name's Rose. She's a redhead, just like Rose Bly. Rose Meyer is older though, and supposedly had some kind of relationship with Grandis, but like a girlfriend. I don't know. Joshua. That's a name I haven't even heard before. Surrounding this case, I don't think. But that house, that definitely is. I know that Candace spent a lot of time with those young boys the young boy over at Beach Creek and Ben Hill. I'm sorry. Am I eating in front of you? This is all I have. An oatmeal cream pie. Uh-huh. What's that name again, Fred, if you're listening? Can you find out if Fred knows the lady that went to jail? That Jody's friend that went to jail for birth certificates. Yeah. I'm thinking her name was like Marlene too, or Marlena, or Marlene. Why am I thinking that? Rose Myers also, I supposedly came down there like after Summer went missing. I don't know. It's confusing. It makes sense why you want to. Rose Meyer is a name that was around a lot in the very beginning. Here, let me see. Let me ask. I don't know if he heard. If Fred heard about. Don't mean so. Not Marlena. There's two of them. Yeah. So this birth certificate scandal thing that they've got going on out there. Seems to be, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't know anybody who's stolen birth certificates and did any birth certificate scams, but for some reason, Candace knows a lot of them. You never heard that Candace had a girlfriend? Mm-hmm. Let me think on that, Shelly. I know who you're talking about. And I'm trying to, Fred's trying to remember too. But I know who you're talking about. I just can't freaking think of the name. But it wasn't a name that's come up a lot. That's why it's hard for me to remember. Because it's something that, Greatest left her husband for a woman. Brandis took off with a woman when Candace and her sisters were young, yeah. Jealous of the fact that Andy allowed him on. Why would that upset me, Joe? That doesn't upset me. What, being jealous of the fact Andy allowed him on one? What? You are so freaking off, Joe. That's not at all. I've never even cared to go on 125. What the hell? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to block you because that's just really, you're just really off there. You're really off. Rosemeyer also said they needed a fridge. I do remember something like that. I know. I don't know why people come up. They don't watch my whole. Yeah, I was saying some things about Ryan earlier at the beginning of my live. The guy had, if people knew, people that have been around and are close to me or this have been part of the channel for a while knows exactly how the Ryan situation played out. Now that they think, this guy's been around forever. No, he popped up out of nowhere, used my channel to get his name out there in the community, used me and Fred, and then pulled this whole, you guys, it's not just the fact that he's that Andy let him on, that has nothing to do with it. It's so frustrating. I'm so tired of explaining myself over and over again. I wish people would, like, if you're going to follow the case, I wish people would just, like, actually know what they're talking about. With a birth certificate with Candace, because there's a lot, because Marlena Crawford has Marlena Crawford supposedly got caught with birth certificates. And then there's a friend of Jody Sue's. I'm trying to freaking remember what her name was, who got in trouble for some stuff with. Fred says he doesn't remember, and I know he. I'm trying to freaking remember. Ryan has a community post telling how to make YouTube not recommend hateful channels. Yeah. Oh, you're good, Kathy. Hey, Ziggy. Andy said Thompson's yard backs up to his. Thompson was Layla's boyfriend missing from Kingsport. Does Fred know him? I believe Thompson's are 145 Ben Hill Road. Yeah, I mean, I think he knows him, yeah. Andy was up on your panel that night answering questions when he confirmed that lady was Jody's friend. Yeah, I can't freaking remember. Ryan's so fake. In my opinion, I can't stomach watching him. I know. He's just not. It's just disappointing, but what can you do? But guys, I think I'm gonna get off here. Because I'm trying to wreck my mind on that name, and it's not coming. Gosh, I'm trying to think how I could. Now that's gonna bug me, Shelly Fisher, because I know exactly who you're talking about, and I freaking can't think of it. So many names that we've talked about and gone over. It's so much. Thank you, Chloe. I'm glad you witnessed it, at least. Like, some people know what happened. Chloe says Ryan used Ziggy for 2 years of interviews and connections. Just please everyone we saw it. Then he bashed her and Fred. There was no reason for that. I will keep saying this for the ones in the back. And he said he claims to have evidence on Fred being guilty of something, but won't fucking show it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just putting out lies. And it's like, why are you doing that? You know? He had a problem with people. He was saying he was afraid that Fred was getting set up, but now, like, has switched to Andy being set up. I don't know. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, Fred's guilty of something. I know, right, Paula? It doesn't make sense. No, Ryan hasn't been here 2 years. Not even 1 year, Kate. No, what Chloe means is that when he came around, I had already been here for all of us had already been here for 2 years. Like, he's only been here maybe, 6 months? Maybe a little bit longer. Remember Don telling Voices Beyond the Wall about making a movie of him confessing? Could this all be a movie in the making now? That would... Yeah, I mean, all I ask is people to tell the truth, you know? Like, seriously, I don't... Just tell the truth. That's all I freaking ask. Seriously, that's all I care about. It's not a jealousy thing or anything. Ryan came when Fred first mentioned cotton. Yes. That is true, Glitter Bomb. That was when he came out of the woodwork, was when the cotton stuff came out. So this would have been, you know, probably July, August, or whatever. Oh my God. Right, Selena? And then I wish somebody would send me that screenshot of the Facebook post of, I haven't seen it, but people have told me about it, of Ryan talking about hiring an investigator to get the new, you know, the figure out what's going to be the next big hit in the media with of missing children, missing people. I was one of the ones who asked him to look for a cave. And I know, guys, people watch my video last night and think, God, she was a bitch, right? But you have no idea. This guy, he's trying to, like, somebody put it like perfectly, wolf in sheep's clothing. And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to make fun of him about anything. I'm trying to just focus on truth and stuff and not go there, not go low like that and stuff and say, but he comes, I mean, come on, what am I supposed to say when he comes up and says he's got to get security? You know, he needs security guards to come with him and check to search an area. Then he talks about how, oh, Fred gave somebody a heads up and he walks out with a gun and, you know, looking for this cave that Fred's the one that's trying to tell people about. And yet now all of a sudden you want to act like it was weird. What about when he went to Florida and like tried to act like he couldn't get out of the vehicle because he was too recognizable? Like, who does this guy think he is? You know, I'm not trying to be mean, but dude, like, I know. Same as Fred says, as I say, if anybody has proof, please turn it into TBI. I know, and then he put that on his video. That just shows me that he doesn't understand what he is doing. You know, his wife is already a very passive person, you know, and to put her in the line of fire like that, knowing that people are going to freaking make fun of her and stuff, that just shows that he doesn't understand what he's talking about. Or he would have known about all the freaking sewage and stuff up there in barrels, and he would have known things. But no, he wanted to put off like, oh, where did all this trash come from? You know, I know Fred's been out, but it's like, what? You know, just comments like that. Like, yeah, he's not coming as straight calling people names, but he's putting out stuff in a sly, slick way. I don't know, Rihanna, maybe not. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for her there, Dee Dee, actually. I'm like, what the heck? Why is he putting his wife like that in the line of fire? Like, dude. Like Karen or what's that, Virgo? Let me scroll up and see what you're asking. I'm not sure what you mean about. No, Fred has a sister named Karen, if that's what you're. I know we hadn't heard of Ryan tell Ziggy. Now all of a sudden he's too recognizable. Seriously, Ryan, nobody knows who you are. Nobody really knows who any of us are, really. I mean, this community is only, I mean, maybe, how many people do you think is in the Summer Wells community? Maybe like 20, 25,000, I don't know, like regular people that come around. That is like nothing compared to the whole world. How many people are in the world? Does he really think he's going to go to a random state and he's going to be seen? We're not even talking about being in Eastern Tennessee. That's different. But even him being in Eastern Tennessee, nobody cares about that dude. Like, why would he be in danger? You're sitting there dancing with the devil. You're hanging out. I mean, I guess that would put you in danger, hanging out with these idiots. But of course, they're going to be all about you, like being so gullible and clueless. I know. And I know people were mad about my video yesterday because some were. Thought it was mean or whatever, I guess. But I know because I could tell by somebody, I'm guessing, I don't know if Ryan has a whole bunch of freaking sock accounts or what, or if he just sent a bunch of people to dislike my video. But I had probably a little bit more dislikes than usual on that one. But anytime you go, I understand why people feel the way they do about certain things. But if they knew everything that we know, they would understand. That's what's so frustrating, And then I just look like a bitch, Closing these windows real quick. The blinds or whatever. I just would rather him stop. If he has some type of information like he claims, he just wants to be important. He doesn't have any freaking information. He just wants to act like he has something. So he can be important and talked about, It's like, dude, this is not a game. It's a missing child. You're playing games and you're using it as a way to, get your name out there. You're like a Tim Mullins, like for real. For real. Tim Mullins 2.0. Take Ryan to the cave. He doesn't even know specifically. Fred doesn't. Well, first of all, that wouldn't be a good idea for Fred. I don't think Fred's not a combative person, but I don't like. He's not vindictive either. He's just not gonna associate with the guy. You know what I mean? But Fred just knows the area of where he was found from what he was told. He doesn't know exactly even where the cave is. He just knows the area, and he showed it on video. And speaking of video, gosh, I didn't even go over some other videos I was going to want to go over tonight. I have more like stuff. I haven't even watched it that Fred recorded when he was out there that I was going to show you guys. But let's see. September Virgo, are you in here? I emailed you back I know you were wanting a list of things like essential items that Fred needed or whatever. Hold on. Oh, well, thank you, One Love. I try to be fair and try to look at things from other people's points of view, you know? I really do. Marlene, yeah, I need to. Yeah, are you wanting a reading? People can also always email me and do it. Like, I'm needing to do some readings. I'm needing to make some money. So if people want some readings, definitely contact me, YouTubeZiggy@outlook.com, or it's the same price as if I was live, you know. I just record them by myself and send you a link when done. Yeah. But I do need to go live, and didn't Ryan have 2 old people in his search team? I don't know. Cyanosis? Watch this space. A search dog. Yeah, he did you hear him say how he wishes he had a cadaver dog, or like, oh, this is what we need scent dogs for? Oh my God. They were supposedly looking barrels at one big one, but if the bottom was out of it. I know, why all of a sudden the cooperation from Andy? A garden decoration. Well, he said it's a, what did he call it? It's a tool. It's a shovel that can, you know, be bended and contorted into all different kinds of things, I guess. I guess it's a special tool, and he would like for us to not make fun of his tool. A 4-wheeler with Betty? Oh, really? I didn't see that. His mini tool. Let's see. Yeah. Yes. All right, guys. I'm gonna go, but remember, Justin's gonna be on here and very soon. And yeah, I might go on Empress. Maybe. They're only 23% accurate. Are they? Oh, really? You had me laughing so hard with Ryan's kid shovel. I mean, what the? You know what I mean? Sometimes I wonder, is he doing that stuff on purpose just to? Is he doing that stuff just to get people like responding? Is that why he's? I mean, he literally looks like he has one of those plastic freaking shovels that come in the castle sets, you know, the sandcastle sets. That's what I know it's not. I know it's a special tool that the military use. I get it. He educated us all. And thanks for that. Learn something new every day. But still, like, you're gonna. That's not something. I'm glad it has. It has all kinds of different uses and stuff, and that's great. It can also turn into a weapon, you know, if needed. Probably, Tanya. A military shovel. He called it encompass something. I don't even feel like looking. Tool extends to. Yes, this tool extends. One day I'll share my search find with you guys and how law enforcement responded. It was wild. Well, what's the holdup? Right? Butter biscuit, that would be. Oh gosh. What did somebody send me? If it will let me. Somebody sent me something that said, "Did you see this?" And I'm starting to get a freaking headache. Let's see. Oh my god, that's funny. Hold on, Ginger Snaps posted something. She did have me tagged, but said, seriously though, order your professional Ryan search team kit today. Take like the big boys. Oh, that's about right. For real. For real. Oh gosh. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys all later.